In today's video, I am going to reveal all on how I get it done, how I get 3 videos posted every week, despite being 45 with 3 children, 3 young children, and being exhausted. I will show you how I show up, how I get it done, and how I move on with my life. And I'll reveal everything behind the scenes. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Hey guys, Saarenoja here. Welcome to my channel where I help new YouTubers grow on YouTube. The reason I'm doing this video is because in all of my consulting meetings, coaching calls, whatever you want to call them, whenever I meet with clients, their first question is, how do you get it all done? How are you doing this? A lot of them want to know my systems in place. I think oftentimes a lot of people think that the ones that appear to be doing it well on YouTube, they seem like they must have everything together, like everything together behind the scenes, right? And I'm here to tell you that is not true. Like, it may be for some, but not for me. So for me, it's not true. I can show you right now. Right? Like Frozen, I've got stuff like, okay, here's the thing. This rectangle, right, is what you need to care about. What people see in this view is perfect. So I can show perfection here. I can show, well, not perfection. I can never show perfection, but I can show like, hello, I look put together in this frame, right? But everywhere else around me is an exploding bomb, okay? And a child might come running through that door at any minute, basically. And you may have seen my child in my videos. I don't edit it out because if I just don't have the time to edit it out. Like I don't have the time. I don't have the luxury to re-record anything. Like I have a specific set of time to get my videos done and I stick to it. So I don't have any systems in place. To be completely transparent, I don't use any systems. I have deadlines and the clock, right? Right now it's 9 o'clock. My daughter's getting out of daycare at 12 o'clock. I have 3 hours left to get this video scripted, recorded, edited, and posted, right? And oftentimes I don't get to the posting at that stage by the time she's home. I actually post it later in the evening. But I have till 8 o'clock tonight to get this video done. The clock is my biggest kind of cheerleader if I want to be positive. I have deadlines. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I do videos. And then the rest of the week I'm learning or I'm consulting or I'm building my business. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is all devoted to videos. And this is how it works. I'm going to do step by step. First step is I think of an idea and I think about that a few days in advance. Like I said, I post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Say on the weekend, I'm starting to think about what I'm going to be posting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. I think about what my audience needs, what they might be feeling right now, what they might be going through. But I also relate it to my own life because personally, I am building a YouTube channel. I am building a brand. I am building a business. I want to be a full-time content creator. I'm in the trenches right now. I might be a few steps ahead of you, my audience, which is usually what I am, and usually why they're coming to me for guidance because I am just a few steps ahead of them. But I am not a master YouTuber by any means, right? I'm in the thick of it. So I know what I'm facing. I know what I'm experiencing. And I know that my audience is experiencing similar things. So I am able to tap into that, like what I'm facing each week and be like, okay, I need to do a video on that. Or if I overcame something, I do a video on that. So I think about things that I'm going through with regards to my channel and trying to grow it. And also things I'm seeing in the comments, what people are posting questions about and all of those things. So I have all of these ideas floating in my head and I just pick one. And the reason I do it this way, the reason I don't plan ahead with content calendars, which I would recommend if you have the luxury and the time to do that, yes. The reason I don't do that is because I want to speak passionately about the topic I'm talking about. And when I think about an idea, if I'm like, yes, I just got through that. I know what I want to say about this topic. I'm excited about it, right? So I grab that topic and then at night I think about it. I think about what I want to say. I practice saying it in my head. I probably practice saying what I'm going to say like 3 or 4 times before I actually get on camera and before I actually write a script or outline for it. So that is my first step. I do idea generation. I do it away from the computer, away from recording studio, my office. I do it while I'm walking. I do it while I'm going to bed. I do it in the shower. I rehearse in my head. So I do that in advance. Okay. And by the time I've done that, I've had the idea, and I've rehearsed it so many times that by the time I actually sit down to record on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I'm excited about that idea and I feel like I have the full picture of it. I have the start, beginning, and end, and it's like solid. On Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, like today is Tuesday and I'm recording this right now for Tuesday evening to publish it. So when I had this idea of to do this video, I've been thinking about it and I've been rehearsing it in my head. So I came to my computer. This is step 2. I write an outline, main points, or I write a full script. And then I have that as reference over here on this computer. Or sometimes I have it as reference on this laptop, bring it up, look at it, and put it away. But it's also just as easy to check my notes, come back to you guys, right? And then edit that out. Okay, so that's step 2. And sometimes, the note taking or the outline making or the script making or whatever is done in the computer. And sometimes it's just on a paper towel in my kitchen when I'm having coffee in the morning. Like I just get the ideas out then. Also, sometimes I utilize ChatGPT to write scripts for me. So sometimes I use ChatGPT to write my scripts for me, and I can show you that at the end. So that's step 2. I write an outline or a script so that I can reference, even though I've rehearsed it in my head many times, I want to make sure I get all the points out that I was thinking about. And sometimes I don't even look at the script, and sometimes I do look at the script in between main points. First we had the idea generation, then we had making the outline. Next I hit record. Okay, I record my videos in one chunk. Like I said, I don't have much time. I have 3 to 4 hours every day to get my video done from start to finish, done and posted. So when I sit down to record, I hit record and I don't stop it. I just go. I keep going. If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. I edit them out. No big deal. I like to have one full length video that I just edit. I bring it in and I edit it. There is one technique you can use if you do this style. I learned this from Sunny Lenarduzzi many years ago, and she said, if you mess up, clap. When you clap, you will see in the waveform very loud waveform, very, high, tall waveform compared to the rest of the waveform where you're speaking, because it's like a loud, abrupt noise. And you can scan, when you're editing, you can scan to see where those loud claps are. Go to that clap and know that you're going to delete everything in front of that clap, or for a certain amount of time in front of that clap where you messed up. And you know that after that clap, you redid it. You can scan your waveform for those to kind of quicken the editing time. And to give you a time reference, if I'm posting, like, let's say a 15-minute video, I usually need, I would say double the time, but for me, I would actually say triple the time. So anywhere between double and triple the amount of time that the output of the video, maybe it's a 15-minute video, I would need either a half hour to 45 minutes to actually record that video, just to keep that in mind. And sometimes it takes longer. And it's because, and here's another tip, I'm not obsessed with perfection. I'm obsessed with making sure what I'm saying is clear and provides value for my audience, and that I do it with an authentic voice and sincerity. That's my goal. So I'm not obsessed with perfection. I don't have time to be obsessed with perfection. I just need to get it done. So I hit record, I'm done recording. The next step is I take a 5-minute break. I go get a coffee. I go outside, maybe get some fresh air, let my eyes have a break from the screen or being in bright lights. And I just kind of like, take a chill. And then the next step is once I have my hot coffee, I go back to my computer and I start to edit. So step 4 is editing. With editing, I do the first pass through is I eliminate all of the junk that I'm not using. So all of the ums and ahs, of course, but all of the stuff that I said poorly that I ended up re-saying again. And then the next pass through is adding in B-roll. And here's an interesting with B-roll. I don't plan B-roll ahead. In an ideal world, I would write a script. I would add in notes about the B-roll I would want. I would go select the B-roll in advance, save it into a beautiful folder on my computer, drag those files into my editing software and magically put everything together. Yeah, no, it doesn't happen that way. I'm scrappy and I get it done. So this is what I do. I go through the video, and if sometimes I go through the first pass and I'm deleting all the stuff I don't want, I make marks in the video, like little tabs, to remind myself that there's something here that I want to add a B-roll to. And then I go back to those marks, listen to that content, and it will say like, the sky was really blue that day or something like that. So then I will go look for an image of a blue sky and plop it in there. That's how I do it. And I look for B-roll in the moment. I'm not planning ahead, just so you know. I think it's a great idea if you can plan ahead, but I don't. I want you guys to know I am scrappy and I just get this done. I want to take away your anxiety where you think that you need to have everything done in advance and then come and put it together all in this nice, neat little package. That is not how I work. I am just throwing it in as I'm going. And I'm throwing it in thoughtfully. I'm thinking about it and I want it to be valuable, right? But I don't have the luxury to plan in advance right now. That's what I do. I go to Pixabay. I use Pixabay for my GIFs, for my images, and for my videos. Now, here's a funny thing. I have a very old MacBook Air. No matter how much I clear off the memory, how much, there is no files on this laptop, I have absolutely nothing on this laptop. Every time I make a video, I have to delete it off this laptop in order for this laptop to still run. That is how old this laptop is. When I'm making a video, if any of you have noticed in my videos in the past, there might be a lot of B-roll in the beginning of the video, and then there's no more B-roll. That is because my computer can't handle very much information. So I put B-roll in on the beginning, and then when my computer says you have no more disk space, then I just stop. And yeah, it's not ideal, right? If you were trying to make a perfect video, that is definitely not perfect, right? But if I let that stop me, then one option I could do is just not add any B-roll, but I do like B-roll. So I add it in as far as I can, as far as my computer will let me. And then when it says, sorry, you're no more room in your storage, then I stop adding B-roll. My point is this: do what you can with what you have. Maybe you don't even have iMovie. Maybe you're using CapCut on your phone. Whatever you need to do to make it as most presentable as possible to get your ideas across to the people that want to hear those ideas in the clearest manner possible, do that. I want to share that because I want you guys to know that I'm not letting anything stop me. I'm not letting anything stop me. Like I said, if my kid comes in here and gets in the video and I'm able to record my value and my content while they're sitting in my lap versus waiting till 5 hours later when my husband's home for work and getting him to help me and then getting stressed and have to post it later, I would rather just be like, okay, she's going to be in the video. Whatever, she's cute, maybe some people like it. I know that some people will be like, gosh, that's not very professional, like la la la. Well, that's not my crowd, I am all about being real. I'm about getting this done and living life and sharing ideas. And I think it's a beautiful platform to do that. So don't let anything hold you back. And I know, I'm going to warn you guys. In Finland, this is totally off topic. I'm sorry, I might edit this out. But I just want to tell you this because I want to motivate you to just show it. Okay, so I know Finland. I live in Finland, right? I am not from Finland. I am not a native to Finland. I am a native to the US. So I am used to very different temperatures. I grew up in Virginia and in New York. And Virginia is nice and warm. Summers are warm, very moist environment. Finland is very dry. And in the wintertime, I get cold sores, like the plague. I swear, maybe because it's like no sun, no vitamin D, and my body is just like, what the heck is this environment? Like, I do not like this environment. So I get cold sores like I'm a teenage girl sleeping around. I don't know if that's an awful thing to say. I know that's not what they're from, but anyway. So I know that's coming. Like I have only been on YouTube since the summer, right? So I know that that's coming, and I know I'm gonna have to face with that because I do my videos on the day. So, and you cannot cover those. Those things are just hideous and they don't go away. So I am going to show up. I'm warning you, it is coming. And now that I'm speaking about it, my mind and body are like, ooh, let's make a cold sore. No, but yeah, and those are hideous. They're really ugly. And, I'm just going to have to roll with it. And, like for eternity, those videos will be on YouTube and I just need to accept it, and I don't care. I mean, I care. Of course I do care. I'm like, ugh, it's gross. But, like see past it and move on. I say that now, but let's actually see what happens when it happens. Okay, back to the video. Yeah, be scrappy, get it done, and don't stress. Okay, and then step 5 is I post it, right? Now, if you've been paying attention and you have listened to master or guru YouTubers, you will hear that they will create their title and their thumbnail in advance. And that will be the inspiration for their video. Me, no. What I do is I post my video, and when I'm posting my video, I am writing the title, I'm writing the thumbnail, and I'm creating the thumbnail right before I post it. And to be 100% honest, I do it all in like 10 minutes, right? I rely on ChatGPT to write my titles, and I will show you that too, and my thumbnail titles. And I have this one thumbnail that I use that I've also taught you how to make in a tutorial in the past. So if you want to see that, it's here. I just stick with that one format. It's a few bold words, my face, and a background image sometimes, or just a color in the background. And I just go with that. I don't overthink it. I just get it out there. I think there is like a whole teams out there that create thumbnails and try to create the best thumbnails. I think as long as they are clear, as long as they have some words on them, tell the person what it's about, and the thumbnail is interesting, maybe clean, maybe shocking, I don't know, whatever, and it will have people click on it. So I don't spend much time overthinking it because I don't have the time to overthink it. So I don't plan ahead with that either, just so you know. And I was speaking with some clients about this, and they like took a deep breath. They're like, oh, really? that's what you do? And I was like, yes, that's what I do. And they were like, I can do this. I really can do this. So yes, you can do this. You don't have to do, I know you can go online and you can get all this information about how to do everything so perfectly. You know, you can get step by step. You can get how you should plan content calendars for months in advance, how you have your whole year planned, how you can do batch creation, get all your videos done in one weekend. Yes, all of that is great if it works for you. And this is a big point I want to make. You have to do what works for you, right? If all of that stuff, all of that knowledge you're gaining about systems and ways to works for you, awesome. Do that. Do the content calendars, do the batch, the batch videos, do all of that stuff if that works for you. For me, it doesn't work because I need to get it done on the day I'm doing it. So for me, it's a lot more scrappy and it's like ride or die. It's like now or never, I need to get this done. And that really helps me to get it done. My big thing is non-negotiable. The videos, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, non-negotiable. I might get out, my video might not be the best as I wanted it to be, but it's the best I could do at that moment. And that is all I can ask of myself. That is all you can ask of yourself. You have to start where you are. You have to start with what you have, and you don't need to go buy all this expensive gear. If you're providing value, if your words, your ideas are helping people or entertaining people or whatever the topic you're in, that's great. That's what you need. That's what they want. They don't need to see all these fireworks. They don't need to see special effects, all of this amazing stuff, or perfect sound or perfect lighting. It's like pouring outside right now. Usually I'm sitting in front of a window. Usually this is like my biggest source of light. I don't have it right now. So this is going to be a darker video. It is what it is. I need to get this video done, and it's already 9:24. Time is ticking. I need to get this done. That is one of my biggest things. Use the systems if they work for you, but if they don't work for you, don't use them to scare you into thinking you can't get it done. I have no systems in place. I just have deadlines, and I do them, and I just get it done. So hopefully this makes you feel better, like that you can see that you don't have to worry about doing all this fancy stuff. So then I post the video, just to clarify, I post the video, and as I'm posting the video, I'm writing the description, the title, writing the thumbnail title, and creating the thumbnail itself, and all the keywords and all of that, and I do it all at one point. And I will show you the way I do that when I share my screen. And then one more step after I post my video, I always schedule it. I post it at 8, but if I'm posting it late, like after 8, I give myself 15 minutes. I post it in 15 minutes. I schedule it 15 minutes later, and then I go and I watch it in double time. I just make sure there's nothing wrong with the video. And if it's fine, then I let it post. And the first thing I do when it posts is I like it. So I like my own video. Yes, I like my own video. Why not? Granted, it's only one like, but it gets the ball rolling. I like my video, and then I also comment on my video. So I comment right away as soon as it's posted live. I comment something like, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you need. And I pin it to the top so that my video now has a like and a comment. And then I usually respond for the next 10 minutes to whatever comments come in within the next 10 minutes. And then I close my laptop and I go meet my Viking in bed and I call it a day. And by that time, I'm usually quite exhausted. That's my process. And I will show you now. I'll go into the screen and I'll show you all the stuff I talked about. I'm going to go to chatgpt.com. And I am going to type in a script idea. For this video, I had my own ideas, but let's say I didn't have my own ideas about how to get so much done. So let's say, give me 3 ways to get videos posted on YouTube quickly, no fuss, and professionally done. So I can look at this and I can say, here are 3 efficient and professional ways to quickly get videos posted on YouTube. Use a video editing template, outsource to a freelance editor. And this is why I didn't use this for this particular video, because I wanted to speak from my experience and inspire you to just do it scrappy, but use built-in editing tools, etc. Okay, so it's done. So I'm going to say, recreate this into a video script for YouTube, or rewrite this. I could say rewrite this too. So here it's going to give me a video script. 3 fast ways to get your YouTube videos posted professionally. It starts to type it all out. And as you can see, it gives you ideas of what you could show on the screen. So it's showing on-screen text, get your YouTube videos posted fast. And then it says host speaking. Hey, YouTube creators, want to get your videos posted quickly and still look professional. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 easy and efficient ways to get your content on YouTube without any fuss. Let's dive in. So it creates a really great hook, I think, and you can also modify it. And then it gives you the main points, method 1, method 2, method 3, it's still typing. So there you go. And then you could use this as your script. Of course, this is like the bare bones, I think, and you could add in more information. But I use this, if I use ChatGPT to write scripts for me, I use it as a base, and then I edit it. I can go back in and I can say, okay, before method 2, please put in another method that says this or something like that. So you can edit it by kind of having a conversation with ChatGPT, or you can just what I often do is I copy and paste this into a Google Doc, and then I add in my own ideas. But this usually just gets my brain like thinking about an idea and how I would say it differently. Or this also is giving you the very typical standard advice, and you could know maybe from your experience you have additional advice that you could add in, which would make it more your own. So this is one way you can start to kind of get a script going. You just ask it to write you a script. So that was the one thing I wanted to show you. The other thing I wanted to show you is how I come up with my titles and thumbnail titles. So you can do this in a variety of ways. You can start, like when I was having a conversation with Lucas, hope he doesn't mind me using his name, but I'm not using his last name, so there's tons of Lucases out there. He was talking about how he can never come up with titles on his own. Like there were so many things he had done in his professional career that were really interesting, but the way he spoke about them were like, yeah, I went to Paris for this event. But really, he was at Fashion Week doing his thing for, people that were modeling in Fashion Week. Like he was in the thick of it, in the backstage, doing all this exciting stuff that would be really interesting for his followers to hear about. So for him, I said, just write. So I'll show you. Just go into ChatGPT. Let's say you have something in your life, like as a new makeup artist, I had the chance to do makeup at Fashion Week in Paris. I share everything in this video. Then I can say, make a catchy title for this concept for a YouTube video. Okay? And of course you can write this better. Here it comes up right away. Let me move my face. Behind the glam, my first experience as a makeup artist at Paris Fashion Week. Okay, so behind the glam, like that is probably not something this person would have thought about, behind the glam. Like that is very catchy, and it's also tapping into, glamorous, these things that people are attracted to. And then you could say, okay, well, maybe I don't like this. Maybe it's too long in your mind. This isn't too long, but you could say make it shorter. Paris Fashion Week, my first makeup artist experience. And then you could say keep in behind the glam. So you want to keep it in, but still keep it short. So then it says, behind the glam, my Paris Fashion Week makeup debut. That, I think, is a really solid title. I think that is a really fun one. And it only took a few times to get to it. You could do this one, my first experience as a makeup artist at Paris Fashion Week. My Paris Fashion Week makeup debut. So that debut is kind of revealing that it's makeup and it's new and it's not something they've done before. Behind the glam is that it's in a glamorous place, Paris. So you can go from just an idea of like an event you had in your life, I went to a birthday party and it was fun, and tell ChatGPT to make that more exciting and make it a title for a YouTube channel or YouTube video. Okay, so this is something I think you can really take advantage of, and ChatGPT is amazing. And like I said, you can keep tweaking it to make it the way you want. And then if you have this, you could be like, great, this is awesome. Can you make 3 more examples? And then it'll give you 3 more ideas. So behind the glam, first time as a makeup artist at Paris Fashion, behind the glam, inside my Paris Fashion Week makeup adventure. So it gives you lots of different ways. And you can also use words that you like to use. Like you could put in, okay, instead of adventure, say journey or something like that. Okay. So that's something you could do. The other thing I do when I'm going to post my videos, I do this every time I post a video, I bring in the transcript of the video and I put it into ChatGPT. So I grab a transcript. Let me just open a transcript I've just downloaded. Show up and do it. Transcript. And I'm going to do Control A, Control C. I'm just going to copy all of this text and I'm going to tell ChatGPT, please create a title, thumbnail title, list of keywords, separated by comments, and a description for this video script. Then I do Command V or Control V on your keyboard, paste in the entire transcription of the video, hit enter, send it to ChatGPT, and it comes up with a title, a description, thumbnail title, everything. Here you go. Why not you? Overcoming self-doubt to succeed on YouTube. Thumbnail title, overcoming self-doubt and succeed on YouTube. Keywords, YouTube success, overcoming self-doubt, YouTube growth tips, etc., etc. Description. Feel like you're not good enough to succeed on YouTube? You're not alone. In this video, I dive into why self-doubt holds so many of us back and how to overcome it. Whether you're worried about perfection, not getting views, or the fear of the failure, I've got you covered with tips, blah, 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 okay? excellent. This is so excellent. And it's got keywords in it and everything. If I need to, I adapt it, I change it, I add in, words I would use, or I edit it. But most times I like it and I just copy and paste this into my video description. And then below the video description, below this description, I paste in a document I already have of my affiliate links and everything like that, which I can show you as well. But the reason, I want to say one thing, the reason why I say keywords separated by commas is because if I tell ChatGPT to give me a list of keywords, it will give me a list like number 1, YouTube success, number 2, overcoming self-doubt, right? It'll be numeric. It'll give me them in a list, a numbered, bulleted list, basically. And you can't copy and paste that into YouTube. But you can copy and paste in things separated by commas, because when they're separated by commas, that these are each individual keywords that you want to upload, okay? And then I also, when I do the keywords, I also add in ones that I think are important for my channel as well, that relate to the video as well. So I don't, if it only gives me a small list, I actually add in some more as well, just to help you with that. Okay. The other thing I was about to say was something about, oh yeah, I was going to show you the affiliates. So I also just want to show you my process, right? So once I add in this description, then below it, I put in my affiliate. So I save everything in Google Docs. So I'll also show you that. So here in my Google Docs, I have everything. I have my meeting notes. I have everything. So affiliate links. I have, a 4 parts video series niche. There's my outline for that. I have chapter 1 of the book I'm writing here. Anyway, this document is all the list of affiliates that I have, the link to the website where I can check how much affiliates stuff I have sold, and then also the link personal affiliate account that I can give to others. So that is what is here. And then this YouTube affiliates, this is for YouTube affiliates description. I've saved it like that. And what I do is I basically go in, copy and paste from welcome down, and I have everything that I put into all of my videos here. So it's got all my recommendations for affiliate links. It's got my books. It's got the courses that I recommend. It's got some products from Amazon. It's got my one-on-one consulting and everything. So it's got everything in it. And it's just, I copy and paste it every time. And so this makes things more streamlined. There you go. So that is my process. That is how I get 3 videos done a week and get them out there for you guys. One other thing I wanted to say that was also something that came up in one of the consultation calls. Like, since I do have such an old MacBook, and actually I'm finding out a lot of you actually have old MacBooks as well, but I actually take everything and I save it to an external drive. So when I'm exporting my videos from iMovie, when I'm rendering them out, I actually render them to an external drive. Just, this is like a Seagate 1 terabyte. I use this. I have a link in the description below for it. My husband thinks I'm nuts and says this is old school and I should be using SD cards. So maybe you should get an SD card. But this is what I use, and this is more affordable. SD cards are more expensive. So this works great. It just, USB, plug it into your computer, and when you render your iMovie, you can render it to an external drive so that your computer can handle it. So that is the one last thing I want to say. And wishing you the best, and get your videos done and just get them out there, provide the value, and people will love you for it. Okay, thanks you guys. See you in the next video.